The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson is a self-help book that aims to provide readers with a more realistic and practical approach to life. The book is divided into 9 chapters, each of which focuses on a different aspect of life, such as values, happiness, and failure. Chapter 1. Don't Try. The first chapter of the book introduces the concept of not trying too hard to be happy. Manson argues that the more we try to be happy, the more unhappy we become. Instead, he suggests that we should focus on our values and the things that are important to us, rather than trying to achieve happiness. Chapter 2. Happiness is a problem. In Chapter 2, Manson expands on the idea that happiness is not something that can be achieved through effort. He argues that happiness is a problem because it is not a permanent state of being. Instead, he suggests that we should focus on solving problems that are important to us, rather than trying to achieve happiness. Chapter 3, You Are Not Special. In this chapter, Manson challenges the idea that everyone is unique and special. He argues that this belief can lead to entitlement and a lack of accountability for our actions. Instead, he suggests that we should focus on our values and take responsibility for our lives. Chapter 4. The Value of Suffering. Manson argues that suffering is an inevitable part of life and that it can be valuable. He suggests that we should embrace our struggles and use them as opportunities for growth and learning. Chapter 5. You Are Always Choosing. In Chapter 5, Manson argues that we always have a choice in how we respond to our circumstances. He suggests that we should take responsibility for our choices and focus on the things that we can control. Chapter 6. You're wrong about everything, but so am I. In this chapter, Manson challenges the idea that we can never truly know anything for certain. He suggests that we should be open to new ideas and perspectives, and that we should be willing to admit when we are wrong. Chapter 7. Failure is the Way Forward. Manson argues that failure is a necessary part of the learning process. He suggests that we should embrace our failures and use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Chapter 8. The Importance of Saying No. In Chapter 8, Manson emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries and saying no to things that are not important to us. He suggests that we should focus on the things that are truly important to us, rather than trying to please everyone else. Chapter 9: And Then You Die. In the final chapter of the book, Manson reminds us that life is short and that we all eventually die. He suggests that we should focus on living a meaningful life, rather than trying to achieve happiness. Overall, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is an interesting and thought-provoking book that challenges many of the conventional ideas about happiness and success. Manson's approach is refreshing and practical, and his advice is applicable to anyone who is looking to live a more fulfilling life.